Welcome to another edition of Coffee Break Sports. I am your sports barista, Rod the Magnificent. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. I got another week of picks, ladies and gentlemen. It is week 15 of the NFL season. And man, this season has just flown by, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a very entertaining season, and I can't wait to get into week 15. But before I do that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. Share it with your loved ones because I'm sure they will all love to hear this. And I'm going to get right into our picks. I'm going to make this episode shorter than normal. We pretty much know what the deal is with each team. We know the trash teams. We know the good teams. So I'm going to get right into it, starting off with our first matchup. This is a Thursday night matchup. The San Francisco 49ers are at home against the Rams, the Los Angeles Rams, coming off a red-hot inspirational victory over the Bills in a shootout, while on the other side, the Niners coming off thrashing the Chicago Bears, using them as a punching bag, getting ready for their main event, which is the Los Angeles Rams. Who do I think is going to win this game? I got San Francisco. They are a 3.5-point favorite, but I think this is going to be a very competitive game. San Francisco, even though they've suffered some injuries in some key spots, they still have Kittle. They still have Deebo Samuel. They still have Brock Purdy. They still have Trent Williams. They still have some valuable pieces on defense. And so I think they're going to win this game in some sort of I wouldn't say a shootout, but a baby shootout, probably in the early 30s type of battle here. Now let's go to the afternoon matchups. On Sunday, we got the Chiefs on the road against Cleveland. This has upset special written all over it, but I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs here. I know Jameis Winston's probably got a victory speech that he's practicing on currently in case they come off with the upset, but I got Kansas City in this one. They are a 4.5-point favorite. Up next, we got the Bengals on the road against the Titans. The Titans are trash. I think the Bengals still feel like they have a glimmer of hope in making that wild card spot. And so they're going to try to win out this season. I got the Bengals winning that one. They are a 5.5-point favorite. Up next, we got the Commanders going up against the New Orleans Saints on the road. They will possibly be without Derek Carr. And so I think this will be an easy win for the Washington Commanders. They are a 7.5-point favorite. Up next, we got the Baltimore Ravens on the road against the New York Giants. I got the Baltimore Ravens easily in this one. They are a 16.5-point favorite, and I think that's generous, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, we got the Dallas Cowboys going up against a rejuvenated Carolina Panthers team. This team, Carolina's been playing some teams tough. They almost beat Kansas City. They almost beat the Eagles, and these are playoff teams that they play well against. And now they have a Dallas team that's not a playoff team and just kind of one of those middle in the road teams. And I think even though this could be a game that Carolina could win, I still think the Cowboys are slightly better. And I got the Cowboys winning this one on the road. They are 3.5-point underdog. Up next, we got the New York Jets going up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Which one do you want me to go with? Do you want me to go with the dumpster, or do you want me to go with the garbage can? I don't know which one to choose, but I'm going to go with the garbage can. And that is the Jacksonville Jaguars. They are a 3.5-point underdog to the dumpster fire that is the New York Jets. Up next, we have the Houston Texans, fresh off a bye week, going up against the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins looking to get hot. Here, they have a Houston team that's well rested, but haven't been playing like the Houston Texans from last season. Now, Houston has this division locked up. They could lose out the rest of their games and still win this division. But I think Houston's got a lot of pride here. They're going to come out swinging. I need C.J. Stroud to play a lot better than he has been playing all year. And I think that the Houston Texans can win this one at home, and I think they will. They are a 3.5-point favorite, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Dolphins pulled off the upset. Now we're to the late afternoon games. We got the Indianapolis Colts going into that altitude to go up against the Denver Broncos, and the Broncos, their defense is just amazing. I know their offense can be up and down, but that defense is keeping them even keel. Indianapolis has been pulling off some miracle wins of late, but I think that the Denver Broncos pull off the win here at home. They are a 4.5-point favorite. Up next, actually, they're a 4-point favorite. Up next, we got the Buffalo Bills on the road against the Detroit Lions. Now, the Bills are playing against a similar team with a better defense in the Detroit Lions because they gave up a lot of points last week against the Rams, and I see that happening again with this Detroit team that have much better weapons in the backfield than the Rams did. And I think I'm predicting an Amon-Ra St. Brown appearance in this one. I know fantasy owners, I know you're getting frustrated with some of the things that he's been, he hasn't been playing like that number one wide receiver that you guys want him to play, but I think he's going to come alive. And I think the Buffalo Bills, even though, their offense is clicking on all cylinders, their defense has left a lot to desire. But I would say this is a plus for the Buffalo Bills, and this is why I feel like, with the pick'em games, I always go with the home team, but I'm not confident in Detroit. And one of the reasons why I'm not confident in Detroit, Buffalo is going to have two offensive players back into their lineups. They're going to have Keon Coleman, who's been out for the last month, and then you have also Kincaid, who's going to be coming back after a long layoff. So the Buffalo Bills are going to be coming into this game fully healthy on offense. This is a way to kind of make a statement. And I will say this, if the Buffalo Bills pull off this win, Josh Allen has locked up his spot as this year's NFL MVP. I got the Detroit Lions, though, 2.5-point favorite. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers going up against the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles are the weirdest team in the NFL. They have been weird for the last couple of years. They win a lot of games, and which is something that if I was an Eagles fan, I would be enjoying all the wins. But they have issues as far as there's always a problem. There's always an issue with coaching. There's always an issue with players, and here you got a lot of finger pointing on why the passing game hasn't been that well, and then you got AJ Brown posting cryptic tweets and all types of unnecessary stuff to a team that has the potential to win a Super Bowl. Okay, this team has the potential to get to another Super Bowl and win it, and you guys want to act a fool. But y'all better be careful, because another team that's coming into your building, you guys struggle with the Carolina Panthers, and now you have the Pittsburgh Steelers, who is a playoff team who many people are picking as a threat to beat the Kansas City Chiefs in an upset in the playoffs. You better be careful. I think this Pittsburgh team is clicking on all cylinders. Russell Wilson has brought the slap your mama seasoning, and he is cooking. He's throwing touchdowns all over the place. The defense is getting sacks and turnovers all over the place. And I think the Pittsburgh Steelers pull off the upset. They're a 5.5-point favorite, actually underdog. I think that the Pittsburgh Steelers cover that. Up next, we got the New England Patriots on the road against the Arizona Cardinals. I got the Cardinals in that one. That's an easy one. The New England Patriots are tanking. They're playing for next year. The Arizona Cardinals are a 6.5-point favorite. The Los Angeles Chargers at home against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got the Chargers in that one. I think they bounced back from that heartbreaking loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, and they are a 3.5-point favorite. Up next, we got the Sunday night game. We got the Green Bay Packers on the road against the Seattle Seahawks. It's always a good matchup when these two franchises go up against each other. But I got the Seahawks. Seahawks always play well in prime time, and I got the Seahawks beating the Green Bay Packers. I just don't believe in Green Bay. I still feel like they're pretenders. I just don't have faith in this team at all. And I talk to a lot of Green Bay fans because I'm a Bears fan, and they're not confident in this team at all. And so I got Seattle winning that one. Monday night, we got the Las Vegas Raiders going up against the Atlanta Falcons in a doubleheader. I got the Atlanta Falcons coming back strong in this one after a few humiliating losses. I think they beat a wounded Las Vegas team that has been hampered by injuries. They are a 4.5-point favorite. And last but not least, we got the Minnesota Vikings going up against the Chicago Bears at home. And I'm going to say this, man. This Bears team, I just need the season to be over. I'm ready for next season at this point. But I still want to see Caleb Williams' development. I hope Caleb Williams plays well. But I just think Minnesota's going to dominate this game, and they're going to embarrass the Bears on Monday Night Football, like we are always embarrassed on Monday night. And I think they will easily defeat Chicago Bears. They are a 7.5-point favorite over the Bears. I think they're being a little bit too nice odds makers here. I think it should be in the double digits. But, I mean, I got the Bears losing this one despite all the stuff that's going on. It was a disaster game last week for Thomas Brown's debut, and I think it continues with this Monday night performance coming up. And those are my picks, and I'm sticking to them. I am your sports barista, Rod the Magnificent. When it comes to coffee, when it comes to sports, stay grounded for life. I will see you guys on the next episode. Peace.